Hey guys, welcome back. Mr. Will here. Video lesson for April 23rd, 2020 for the group. Every day I'm calculating. So we have been working on these linear equations that have multiple solutions. Let's check this one out because we have someone named Michelle. She's looking at this equation and says there's no solution. Is she correct? So the equation is negative 6x minus 30 equals 6x minus 30. Okay. Now, we do need to remember the rules as we solve these. There's an infinite number of solutions when the variable terms and the constant terms are the same on both sides of the equal sign. There is no solution when the variable terms are the same on both sides, but the constant terms are different. And then there's one solution when the variable terms are different on both sides. So I guess she's looking at this negative 6x and this 6x and saying, well, they're the same because those would be considered the variable terms. But are they? Let's use math to prove to her that there would be one solution because the variable terms are different. So if I were to solve this equation, now we haven't been doing this, if I were to solve this equation, what I'm going to be trying to do is get my variable by itself, isolate the variable on one side, and my constant terms on the other. So it would be x equals something. And the way that we do this was use something called the inverse operation. So if I'm adding, if I have a positive 6x here, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to subtract 6x. So I'm going to have 6x minus 6x, because anything minus itself gives you 0. And then on the other side, I'm going to take away 6x from here. So I have negative 6x minus 6x. Now, we've talked about this. If I have a negative minus a number, we're going to have a larger negative. So that would be negative 12x minus 30 equals negative 30. Now again, we're going to do the opposite operation. So since I am, since I have negative or subtracting 30, I'm going to do the inverse operation. I'm going to add it, okay? Because again, I'm trying to get this variable here by itself. So I'm going to add 30 to this side because if I have negative 30 plus 30, that's going to give me 0. And then, oh look, I have a negative 30 again on this side. So I have negative 30 plus 30. That's going to give me, yeah, you're right. It's going to give me a 0. So now I have negative 12x, oops, I forgot my 1. Negative 12x equals 0. But again, I want to try to get my x all by itself. How do you do that? Well, I'm going to divide by negative 12. So I'm kind of writing over words here. And I'm going to divide this side by negative 12. What is 0 divided by negative 12? Well, 0 divided by negative 12 would give you, that's right, it would give you 0. So the answer, the solution, would be 0. It actually does have a solution. It only has one solution, but the one solution would be 0. So maybe that's what Michelle was thinking here, was that not that it doesn't have a solution at all, but that the solution would be 0. So what I'd like you to do today is continue to practice these types of problems where we are simplifying our linear equations to determine whether there's an infinite number of solutions, no solutions, or one solution. Just a reminder that everyone is required to check in to office hours at least once a week. That is a participation grade. Lovely to see your face. I'm here to answer any questions that you may have. That's a great time to ask questions. Also, at the end of the day, Friday, you have your problem of the week that's due, and you also have your IXL lessons. Make sure that you're working hard, ask questions, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day.